Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to continue with the theme of doing build challenges, and since Pride Month is coming up, I figured let's do something color themed. And so I've decided to do a random color solid build challenger. Did I say that right? Solid color build challenge, but I randomized the color. I think that makes more sense. Okay, so I haven't built a structure yet. I think I want to randomize the color before I do that, because if I get something like red, I'd rather do like a container home instead of like, a normal suburban home. It just feels like that'd be something easier to do. So I will take me where the color guides me, or go where the color guides me. There it is. Here I have my random color generator, and let's generate. Oh, that's actually a kind of lovely color, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a roof like that. So maybe I do something modern. I will look and see what we have for roofing before I... You know what? Let's do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Black. I can really work with that. I love that, actually. I'm low-key very goth, so I can play with that. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead, build a structure. I'm thinking something Victorian, very goth manor-esque. Here we go. Maybe I'll put this in a little speed build. We'll see. And there we go. I have my shell for my what will be a solid color black build. I think I like it. It's a bit more of a simplified Victorian, but I think it will look nice when I'm done. I have nothing on the inside in way of layout. I think I will get to work on that right now. Now I have a tentative layout created. A dining room, large entry, office, bathroom, living, kitchen, a little bit of a shelving pantry area, I guess. And then upstairs we have a nice large landing, hall bath, kids room, master, ensuite. I think it'll come together pretty nicely, but now I'm going to focus. Oh yeah, I also added a little fake chimney on to the side. I think it really does help with the build. And now it's time to make this completely black. I think I want to lower this looking at it now. Yeah, that looks better. So now I have to lower this. The joys. The joys. There we go. Like that. So now it's time to find a nice black roof. I love these little scallops ones. But I really love the tiny ones. Black. There it is. But I do also really like... Oh, gotta find it. Here it is, the Life and Death. I really like the Life and Death ones too. But I am going... Ooh, I don't think I've ever used these ones before. Those are nice too. But I am going to stick with my guns. Do this. It's a classic. It's gorgeous. And looking so dark and dismal and gothic. I love it. Beautiful. Time to find a siding. Okay, so Growing Together has a really nice black siding, so I've decided to use that. But I also want to add some stone accents. So I do have some nice options. Maybe I'll do brick, but I think I prefer the stone. Like, these don't count as black to me, because the base, background is a gray stone, so yeah. These don't count. These just don't count. Yeah, anything that just has normal color and a black border does count. So I'm gonna look in here. This one is kind of calling my name. It looks very nice. Whoa, that is going to be nice. Let me just go ahead and apply that. And there we go. I added a little bit of stone just to add some nice detailing. I think it looks nice. And now I have to do a roof trim. Well, these ones might look nice. Ah, it is very gorgeous. Ooh, that is working out well. Hopefully you continue to work for me so that I can have a very gorgeous. There it is. I think that's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Then I need to find a half wall trim to make that black. And there we go. I also need to see if this has a black swatch. If so, we are in business. Doesn't look like it. I'll have to see. What here has black swatch? I really did like that one. I thought it looked very nice. And that's the black. That doesn't count. Okay, that does not count. Maybe you will fit my specifications? Then I'd have to change to like pure black brick on that, I think. And I don't want it to be a little too, I feel like that'd just be too many straight lines. This adds a nice breakup. So, find something else. This also, I don't know, if that stone is completely covered, I think I can make this count because you only see the black part. Yeah, I think that can count. There. Much better. And let me go ahead and paint the inside. There it is. Looking so nice now. That is a lot better. Also, have to do windows. Again, I'm trying to go with like a gothic look, so time to see what there is. I've got my filter by color. Black. There we go. That'll help. Ooh, those are pretty. Doesn't really match any of the other black swatches that are here. This is more of a gray than a black. It honestly might go snowy, or not snowy escape, seasons, because it looks nice. They work. Pretty sure I used these on the last build I did too, though. So I do want to switch it up, so I'll have to look. Ooh. If I can put you off to the side, just have you. Okay, I decided to use one of the little bump out windows up here because it kind of mimics what I've done over here. I just think it looks nice, so I'm going to try to match the windows to this style. It took me a minute to find something I liked for the windows to complement this, but I decided on a mix of Cottage Living, Base Game, and For Rent, and I think it turned out pretty nice. And then I also used a Life and Death and For Rent door. I think it came together pretty well. It gives off a bit of that gothic Victorian look, I think. I think I'm just gonna keep running with the outside. I definitely need columns. Might even end up using the Life and Death because they are very good. If it matches everything nicely, which I'm not too sure about. I will keep looking. I have ultimately decided on the get together columns. I think it works well with everything else I've been doing. It's a little awkward in some areas, but I still think it's one of the better options I had. And I just kind of like the way it looks. I'm gonna continue with the outside, find some nice stone for the ground, or maybe wood. We'll see. We'll see. I also need to raise up on foundation. Let me do that right now. Honestly, Gothic houses, love giving them like huge foundations. It works. There we go. I will find everything I need and then show you what I find. I decided to do the Horse Ranch foundation, match the stone, and not overwhelm with the black siding. And then we have some more Horse Ranch flooring because it just looked almost like a porch flooring. Followed that up with the steps to match again, and then I used some Life and Death, like fences and railings on the porch, just to match up with some of the other things I've done. And it honestly does match this Horse Ranch wood very well. I think it looks very nice. Then I'm just going to find a little paver here, and then maybe we'll move on to the inside, and I'll worry about landscaping later. Paver I decided on was this get-together one. Works well enough, and there's not actually a whole ton of options, so it's kind of a get what you should get type of situation. Now, time to move on to the inside. I think I actually do want to find like floorings and wallpapers first, so let's start with the entryway, I suppose. Definitely gonna do wood. Luckily, there's quite a few good wood options. Honestly, I just kind of want to see it. It's gorgeous. Hang on, let me get rid of the grid. There we go. Oh, that's very nice. I'm gonna try out a few other things, see what we have, and then get back to your final decision. I have ultimately decided on the life and death one. It's very gorgeous. I just couldn't not do it. Let's look at the wallpapers we have. Okay. Lots of life and death. Life and death is honestly going to be the lifesaver of this all black build because there's just so many good options. Ooh. I love me a good paneling. Screw it. Let's do it. It looks so nice. And then I'm gonna follow this paneling upstairs into the landing. There we go. Very nice. And then I'll also follow the wood up. Gorgeous. I'll follow the wood into the dining room. Very nice. And then let me get some new stairs. I decided on the simple get-together ones. Can't go wrong. Looks fine. Then I think I need a column here just to really round it out. So, it's really nice, but I don't know if the Sims can step over that, so let me find a smaller one. There we go, life and death. Perfect. Works. Yeah, I really like that. And then I need to find new doors. It's really just throwing the whole vibe off. Ooh. Maybe. I don't know, I kinda like it. I'll look through a little bit more, but I might end up going with those. Unfortunately, I had another look around. I loved them, but they didn't really match any of the other stuff I had going on, so I went with these Get Famous ones because I love the doorknobs. They're so fun. And then also they kind of match the flooring, so I guess I'm going for a bit of like a modernized goth Victorian manner, and I can make it work. I think I can make it work. These do look very nice. Now it's time to do something about these. I want something a bit fancier too, because everything else in here is so fancy. These are just so simple. Because I could just change the color to black, but I want something fancier. Is that a crime? Ooh. That honestly looks more brown to me though. There, that's a black. That's very nice. Yeah. There it is. Gorgeous. And honestly, I might come in and change this situation depending on what I do in here. Bring you over unless... Where is the... Or you have a good black swatch. Ooh. That is nice. That is very, very nice. So, I think I will do that. Just to have a bit more interest. Then I also need to deal with this over here. That does fit, but I don't think I want to do that. And where is... don't do that. Where's the filter for black? Just make it easier for me. I honestly might just have to change the color on that one because I'm not seeing anything else I like. So this is just not it. I'm not doing island living, I'm doing something fun. That is... Ooh, that's way too small. Yeah, I probably will just end up changing the color on that one unless... You know what? I'll cut back. I've done what I love to do and built my own archway with some spandrels and columns. It just... You don't find one that works. You just got it, and it does fit more because I'm going to do like a pantry shelving here. So this will definitely make more sense because then you'll be able to see all the shelving. Yeah, so there we go. Fun. One of my favorite things to do first is the kitchen. I don't know why. It's just something I have the most vision for. So I'm going to dive in. First things first, of course, is find some tiles. And there is a good amount of black tiles for me to look through. I'm going to test them all out probably. Cut back when I find one that I love. I've decided on these say living ones. I don't know, there's just something calling for me. I rarely use them though. And honestly, out of all of these, it is one of the most accurate to the solid color black. I have taken a few liberties with like things like the stone, but yeah, solid color black. And like, I love this, but come on, that's not black, that's gray and white. So, had to go with this. I do like it, and then I'll probably do like wood down here because it's just gonna be all shelving. Then I think I'm probably gonna end up doing the life and death counters. I think that will look really well with this flooring. So I'm gonna go do that. There, I've gone in and outfitted the whole kitchen with life and death besides this Space Game sink. And I think it looks nice. Although I think there's a lighting glitch here because, yeah, the top cabinets look more blue than black, but they are black. And then, yeah, almost everything is black with the exception of this because no matter what I did, there was always going to be a different color there. But yeah, I like this. So I'm trying to stay as faithful as I can to it. I didn't use these ones or these ones, even though they are gorgeous. Because I'm trying to stay very true to the solid color black, and not add in too many others. Time to find a tile for the walls. Let's see. Not a huge selection, but I can definitely make it work. So I've actually ended up using this high school year's brick because I don't know, I didn't really like any of the tiles. They weren't screaming to me, and just because it's a brick doesn't mean it can't pass as a backsplash. So that's what I'm doing, and I do think it looks very nice. I'm gonna do the rest in wallpaper, and this little cubby will probably be in wood. So yeah, get back to you. That was an easy one because very pretty, this vintage glamour one. Yeah, I like it. Now it's time for me to outfit this. I've ended up using these nice book nook shelving, and I can't wait to fill it with so much nice clutter. Get that out of my way. Look at this great abundance of black decorations I can use. I am in heaven. Oh, I am going to have so much fun cluttering this up. At you when I finish. Okay, so I've done as best as I can to clutter everything up in this kitchen with only black. There's a couple of exceptions here and there, but I think I accomplished it pretty well. I'm gonna move on to the dining room, and I already have some flowers picked out, and oh, look at you. What a mean little thing. I already have some flowers picked out to go on a table. Just all black roses, perfect for this build I'm doing. I'm gonna find a wallpaper. Wallpaper first, yes. Oh, and you need to go back to filtering black. Honestly, I might do these. Which one? I think this one. Get on there, come on. Yeah, I like this. Gorgeous. I'm gonna find a table, some... Okay, so I'm going to find some curtains to put in here. Ooh, kind of fun. How would these look on every single one of these? Kind of sloppy. Ooh, that's nice. You know, I'm gonna look through these, show you when I find what I want. Here I have a university table. It's solid black, kind of fancy. Figured it went perfectly with everything I have going on. Put our little centerpiece in. There we go. Time to look for some chairs. Probably see if there's gonna be some matching university ones to this. Not sure though. Ooh. Or this. That's gorgeous. I might have to try those. Or we could do Life and Death. Life and Death is gorgeous. And we have kind of been going a bit more modern, but ooh, that's gorgeous. Mix these. Let's see if I can make it work. Okay, I think there's a problem with this table because nothing is snapping to it. Nothing. That's great. I have to look for another table now. And we're going with Vampire's table now. Because it's probably the best looking one that matches kind of like the vibe of everything else that I could get to work. Because those university ones just didn't wanna. Now I'm gonna see if my little chair situation or plan will work. Okay, I actually ended up using the other Life and Death chairs because, well, the other ones didn't look bad. These just match better because they both have those little thingies on top. I don't know. Butt plugs. Oh god. I don't know what they are. But yeah, that matches better and it looks nice. Now I need to find a rug and some decorations and I'll show you the finished product. I went with this pretty simple rug that I feel like kind of matches without being overstated and fits the all black theme pretty well. Because some of these, they don't really match with that. So I thought this one worked well. Curtains. It definitely needs some curtains. And there we go. Some nice matching basic curtains on all the walls. Looks nice, mostly black besides that little detailing, but I'll let that slide. And I think it needs some, I don't know, maybe plants or art. We'll see. So for finding artwork, I actually decided to go into gallery and see what I could find, and I thought some of these were lovely by Meg6002. So yeah, I'm gonna use this. And there we go. Now which one of these do I want to use? I think these two are lovely, but I think I'm gonna use you first. Size you down. And there we go. Yeah. That looks nice. And I think that's gonna have to be it for this room. I ended up putting a sculpture here instead of a plant because I wanted to stick as faithfully as I could to the solid black theme. I've already kind of let go of that a little bit in some certain places, but still trying to be mostly faithful. And next will be the entryway. Entryways are kind of boring, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bang this out and show you the finished product. The hallway still ended up a little bit boring, but what can you do? It's a hallway, nothing too exciting. Horse Ranch, high school years, Horse Ranch, black. Just solid entryway stuff. This rug from, I think it's City Living sized up. I don't know. It was the blackest rug I found, and I felt it fit the best. It's a little weird, but ooh, and also I just love this. I had to put it in. And then a plant. It's got green on top, I know, but like, gotta cut me some slack. I think overall it's pretty much solid color black, and it works. It works. Living room, gotta do it. And we'll see. Honestly, I might even keep these couches. We'll see what I come up with, and I'm not sure if I want to follow in this flooring or do carpeting. I'll have a look around and let you know what I decide. Okay, all these carpeting options are either ugly or not solid black. That's a little too much not solid black for me to feel comfortable using that in my what's supposed to be solid black color challenge build, so I'm gonna continue it. There we go. And onto the walls. I definitely don't want to continue that into the living room. It's supposed to be a bit more cozy or homier, so I'm gonna look for something that fits that vibe. There we go. I just have this solid black wall from Vampires. It works. I was considering this, but I kind of want to save it for a bedroom if I need it. Don't know what type of personalities I want to inject in there, so I want to keep my options open without repeating the same thing too many times. These are the same exact swatch appearing twice. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, no, never mind. They're not the same. They just, from my vantage point, it was. No, it has a subtle pattern. You can only see. Forgot they had that, too. Okay. So, yeah, honestly, that's even better. Okay. On to the furnishing. You know, I said I might consider keeping these couches, and that was a bold-faced lie. There are so many better options. Fuck you, you couch. Like, there's just so many better options for this kind of modern gothic vibe I've got going, so screw you, you're out. Should I just, yeah, this. We'll do this one. And then I'm going to decide off of all these other good options I have. You know, I didn't even go with one of the more modern options. I went these because I just thought it would be more fun to use. And it also makes me feel good that I didn't use that floral wallpaper in here, because then that would just be too much with these couches. But yeah, I like them, and I thought it'd be fun to try to use them. And I think I'm gonna do like a weird thing with a corner TV. I don't know. Just felt like it worked better than having it up against windows or anywhere else. So that's what I'm gonna do. I know I said I wanted to try to do a corner TV, but that idea was shit, so I scrapped it. Instead, middle wall bookshelves, and I think this just matches the overall vibe of the house a lot better. I did a mixture of like eclectic Victorian with more modern goth, and I think it looked really nice. These paintings are pictures from university. It actually turned out really nice, and I don't know, I feel like it flows together pretty decently. But maybe I could have done better, but I like how it is. And I found some other items to go around like this for the office. And I got an idea for what I'm going to do upstairs. One of the rooms is going to be like a rebellious little kid, and then I'm thinking like a elegant teen, maybe. We'll see. But I think that's my plan so far because I can't resist using this. It's so funny. Okay, I'm just gonna bang out all the bathrooms at once because bathrooms are boring. These bathrooms, not my greatest work. Not a whole lot of bathroom clutter options, but I tried to, make it work. These also aren't the best for solid black, but I didn't want to, repeat the kitchen counters too much, so I tried to do something different, also kind of fit in the theme. Also, can't have toilet paper. There's no black swatch. But that's what's the downstairs bathroom. Then here we have the ensuite. Tried to do something different. Turned out alright. Could have been better. Small, but yeah. And again, no toilet paper because it's not in black. Sorry, you can't have it. And then the kids' bathroom. This one is a lot, but I was trying to do something different with everyone, and I had limited options. Didn't turn out horribly, but I don't think I would do this again, especially not in a bathroom this size. But gotta try something, and this is what we've got. Next, I guess I'm going to just bang out the hallway because that's boring, easy to do. That's what you want to do. Oh crap. Okay, as I was putting down this picture, I remembered I put it down one of their matches downstairs, and then I remembered, shit, I didn't do the study. So I'm gonna do that and then return to this. This is what I've got so far. A little music nook. I thought that was nice. A little hangout area for the family that's not so formal as the living room. And yeah, I gotta do this before I move on. It's just the way I have to. My brain works. Yeah, I already have a little bit kind of set aside in here that I kind of want to do, so I know where I'm headed, at least. Probably gonna keep this too. Just change the swatch. Make sure I have a good black swatch. Yes, I do. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep this and just keep going. Unless, is there a better one? Oh, that'd be fun, but it's way, way too tall. Is this one? No, this is a different one, but I like this one better. No, it's the same one. This is just a different swatch. Crap, sometimes I'm bad at this game. This is fun, but I think I like that one better. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. There we go. Get out of there. Yeah, I'll go ahead, finish this up, and show you the result. Got this really nice university chair I'm going to use because it's got some pattern, kind of like that floral pattern I plan to use elsewhere. And also I've used on those couches in there. I feel like it ties together. It doesn't make it too boring. Change that to the nice black and then use the stone that we have outside. Put that little stone rug that came in the base game update not too long ago. And then this little area. It's coming together nicely. Gonna keep working and make this be a good solid color build challenge, I guess. I don't know. And there we go. I've got the thing finished. Got like a cozier area over here where it's, been a fireplace to do like more casual work. And over on this side, more serious. Thought it balanced out pretty well. Could even have a kid over here doing homework while parents over here working. Yeah. I like this. It looks a lot better than some of my bathrooms do. That's for certain. And now it's time to finish up this hallway. Not a lot more to do. And I think I'm done with it. Really wanted to point out this little thing. I love creating my own little archways with columns. I think it looks very pretty. So I think this just really frames the stairs well. Gets a nice little window out here without being too open. Then I just finished off this set using that. Nice runner. Running out of an idea, so I just slapped that up on the wall. And yeah, I think it'll work out well. I'm not ready to do the parents' bedroom. I don't know, I just feel like that's gonna be boring. So I really want to do like this rebellious tea or kids' room. I think that'll be so fun. Maybe they're obsessed with pirates instead of being rebellious. We'll see how it works out and what decorations I can find. And again, I can't use carpet because they're all ugly. So just gonna follow the wood into every single one of these rooms. For the sake of having everything be different, I'm gonna go with this one in the kids' room because, I don't know, I haven't used it and it feels the most childish to me. It's gonna be a little weird trying to incorporate pirate with it, but I'll try to make it work. And then the master bedroom, just a simple one of these Victorian wallpapers from vampires. And then this, I think, is going to be like a teen daughter's room that's very elegant, so I'd use the flowers in there. Okay, these curtains give the most pirate vibes, so we're gonna go with it. It's a little out there, but do what you gotta do. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a bed that'll match the vibe I'm going with, but I'll give it a shot. This one works the best, solid black, and then it has like that kind of wood detailing. Kind of reminds me of like those really old pirate ships with the ship's hull that had like kind of like detailing all around the sides. That's not quite, almost like a banister, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know ship terminology, but I think you get the idea of what I'm painting. I'm just gonna keep a lookout and finish decorating this bedroom now. This was one of the objects I had in mind when I thought of this like pirate theme, and then, well, as you see, it doesn't have a black swatch, and this one doesn't either. I mean, this is close to black, but it's not, so stick true. These were other items that I found that were on the black swatch, and decided that the pirate theme still works, because pirates, there's the stereotype that they have like parrots on their arm. Instead, this kid wants like a crow or a falcon, so yeah, this is what we got. I'm gonna put it together. I've done my best to try to piece this thing all together. Again, not my best work. It's kind of hard to do great work and really get across your vision when you are limited to one singular color. I am finding, but I think I've done pretty decent. There's a lot of room for improvement, but it's not too bad. We'll go on to this room. Also kind of excited to do this one. As you can see, I'm saving the parent bedroom last because I'm least excited about it. And the landscaping and outdoors too, because I'm also not excited about that. You can kind of see where my interests lie in decorating. Yeah, well, gonna get cracking on this. It's not quite as interesting as this one. These here are the pictures that inspired the entire idea for this room, because they're there and I really want to use them, so I'm going to try. I'm going to probably size them down, put all three on this wall, and see what I can do. I know they're not technically solid black, there's more white and red, but let me have fun. Let me have just a little bit of fun. Okay, I kind of decorated this one a little bit quicker because I had a much more of a vision. Just vintage glamour. I just used a lot of vintage glamour in here, some high school years, and then obviously that little ring set, jewelry casing from Crystal Creations. Yeah, that's the pack, and a couple other random decorations from packs. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. It looks sweet, like a glamorous teenage girl's room. So yeah, and now the parents' room. I'm just gonna slap like the most basic ass black room together. Here we go. Here's the master bedroom. It's kind of boring. Kind of went with a cottage living theme. I used a lot of the furniture from cottage living to fill up the space. And oh shit, I forgot to complete the whatever curtains. Yeah, curtains. I'll finish that up right now. Then I think I had a matching one in here. Yep. There we go. Much better. Yeah, it's pretty boring. You're used to some decorations from elsewhere, but gets the job done and it looks nice enough. Now I have to do the outside and get rid of this from earlier. That's not gonna be fun. I do want to make the outside look nice. I'm gonna try my best. I think I'm just gonna bang it out and give you a tour when I'm done, because I don't know, to me, landscaping and decorating backyards is not the most exciting thing to do, but I do like it in theory. I like it in theory. In practice, it's not quite as fun. I would be ultra committed and only use black landscaping, which there isn't any, unless maybe the dead trees I could scratch my account. So I've kind of collected random items I've found in the catalog just everywhere. I'm gonna try to piece this together into a landscaping without landscaping, I suppose. I think I can make it work. I'll find a way to make it work at the end, no matter what. So, here we go. Okay, I think this one is close enough to black to count. This one, it's more brown, and I think I can make something work back here without it, but I will put it off to the side just in case. Everything else I don't think is going to work. It's a little too not black. I've kind of made this hard for myself. Ooh, they changed. Added black swatch to these rocks so I can use them. They just didn't update in the catalog, which is amazing for me, because now I can landscape with rocks, which is what I'm going to do. And this is actually a light, but I figured it kind of blends with the rocks, and it could look kind of cool at night if I did a mixture of those. So I've got that there. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be really anything else. I'm going to desperately look. What about those one weird dead things? God. I'll add it back here, and then I need it, I have it. No, that's not black enough. So, yeah. That's what I've got. I'm gonna compile something together and show you at the end. I've kind of decided just to kind of fence this front area off and just pave it and do what I can there. And this is technically a gate, but I didn't want to use this, and it does kind of look like a gate, so I decided just to use this lighted gate as a vent. I do think it looks kind of nice, so I'm not horribly mad about it. But yeah, it's coming along. Actually, I'm making it work. Gotta keep going though. Okay, I've done the outside of the building since last time. I've kind of added little gargoyles in the top, roof detailing. I don't know, there's just something about roof detailing on like a Gothic or Victorian house that really gets me going. Okay, so lots of little gargoyles, plants. I think I did a decent job of doing this without having any real landscaping to work with. Just kind of, yeah. And last build, I did not do any terrain paint. I did some on this one. I don't think I'm very good at terrain paint, so I don't like doing it too often, but this build needed it. It's so harsh, I couldn't not. So, here it is. It's kind of a little basic, a little boring, but I only have so much to work with. But I do think it turned out pretty alright in the end. One thing that I am going to see about doing is finding some replacement lighting. So, let's see what we have for black. Yeah. Or I could just use this little saucer. Button black. Ooh, that could be fun. You know what? Give me a second to do the lighting, and then we'll finish up. There, I've kind of replaced the lighting in every room with something I thought fit, like a nice candle chandelier, more like a pendant lights for the kitchen, candle chandelier in there, just normal overhead lights, like the saucer lights there. I forgot the name, I had to look at it. In like the hallway, bathroom. Some nice fun pendant lights in here, you know, just, and I thought this was very fun and very teen girl, just to have this type of lighting, and then, I don't know, I did this one in here because pirate theme is what I was thinking, so candlelight kind of made sense, and then, again, just normal saucers, and here is some, you know what, I think I'm gonna, there we go. No, well, that's not centered, so let me center that, and then that'll be good, yeah. These are all like, black lighting from the, oh god, I'm forgetting, Cottage Living pack there. So, there we go. Now, the build is done. It's honestly kind of ironic that the build that I intended to do for Pride Month turned out to be a solid color black, you know, Pride Month rainbow, and I get black, of course. Maybe I should have stuck like that lilac color at the beginning, but whatever, this was fun. And this video has taken a long time to get out, so very, very late, because I have been helping my grandmother de-hoard. 3 weeks straight cleaning, barely made a dent, but, you know, I kind of want to get done before she dies, because then I'm gonna have to do it anyway, so. I have the time now, so working on it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll put this on the gallery. And honestly, I think this is downloadable, so if you wanna, go ahead. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.